All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm gonna start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father, the Most High, our Creator and our Power, who the world ignorantly calls God. His name is Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, our Lord, our Savior, and our Deliverer, the Messiah, who the world ignorantly calls JC. His name is Yahweh Shai. Call Halayamla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Mechakadash. And double honors unto the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. And salutations, peace, blessings, and safety be unto the hopeful link out there. This lesson is going to be a response to the lesson that the elder out there in New York, and the elder Amawanga Bar did yesterday, entitled "Box for Beans." And pretty much what he was going into, he was just just speaking on the current times that we in. He showed a few clips of some women doing what women do, just being faithless. That's what the word female means, okay? Without faith. And, they females just being females, man. And what these particular women were saying is, hey, shit is getting tight, We understand that this society is on the verge of collapse, every day it's crumbling more and more, which means what? Hyperinflation, you know, things, goods from food to your everyday necessities to gas to car repairs to you know things that you just buy from your local Target or Walmart or whatever it may be. Hey, everything is going up, man. You got Trump. He has these tariffs on China, and people completely forgot about it. But yet every day you're feeling the effects of those tariffs, and will continue to feel those effects. Excuse me. As well as currently the the government is shut down, and has been for some weeks now. And hey, Lord willing, it don't come back, man. They don't lift that shutdown, man. I believe the first time the government was shut down, it was um, maybe 30 days or so, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 30 to 5 days or something like that. I forget the exact number, but it was a period of time, and we felt the effects of that, and Lord willing, if the government is shut down longer, we're gonna continue to feel much greater effects, man. And these things are necessary, leading to the collapse of America, the collapse of the U.S. dollar. Okay, this the strength and the pretty much the dependability of the U.S. dollar has to continue to drop. It has to continue to dwindle for this new system to be ushered in, man, which is going, it's going to be the MOTB, the RFID microchip, man. For those who don't know, okay, and that has to come through chaos, right? Because that is their form. That's Esau's form of order, and we understand, you know, um, Esau's his MO, man, order out of chaos. So there has to come chaos. Things have to be broken down. Okay, things have to be, um, very hard, very adverse, in order for people to become more dependent, and people have to be on the verge of crying out, and not on the verge, but they have to be in the state of crying out and mourning and desperation, so that they can come to Esau. All right, but sticking with the topic, which is relevant, but sticking with the particular topic that I'm talking about. Hey, these women, they was coming on the videos and talking about, because allegedly in November, SNAP benefits are being cut. Supposedly nobody's supposed to be receiving SNAP benefits in November. Those who are receiving it, and you got a lot of people who have become dependent on SNAP benefits and other welfare resources, other supplemental resources, that was never meant to be leaned on or trusted in forever, right? Now, for those who do receive it, it's not saying you're not supposed to deal with it at all, or you're not supposed to, go to Esau for that help. Okay, hey, if the Lord allow you to get SNAP benefits somehow and get that extra help, why not? The same way, when the stimulus checks came around, if you was able to get it, why wouldn't you? A little extra help never hurts. But the difference is, or rather, the where people go wrong, especially our people, because that's who this message is to. Where our people go wrong is they got comfortable with it. They thought that they was gonna be on SNAP benefits forever, man. Especially the women of our nation. Okay, but people in general have gotten comfortable leeching off of Esau and using his system as a means of survival. Okay, now we use the word as not abusing it, but our people have gotten to the point to where they trust in social security income. They trust in you know SNAP benefits, and they feel like they gonna be on that forever, man. That's a lasting, everlasting thing, and you supposed to use that to elevate. You supposed to use that to grow and get ahead, not to lean on. And when it's gone, you just losing your shit. So a lot of these women was coming out and they, crying out, talking about, what, if things get if the what she say? She said this one particular chick, she was like, man, if the prices on things raise one more time, I'm this close selling something, and I ain't talking about nothing in this house. So obviously she's alluding to selling that box. But the thing is, man, first of all, don't nobody want that pastrami meat that most of these women got, this used up, ran through box that you've been giving away for free, but then all of a sudden when shit get tight, you want to start putting a price on it when it wasn't no price on it before. Nobody's gonna want that shit. And second of all, we coming into dangerous times, perilous times, as the scriptures call it. Which means what? Nobody's gonna be giving you no fucking money to lay down with you. If a man do desire to have you in that way, he's not gonna ask you for it. He's not gonna pay you for it. He's gonna take it, and he might keep you and use you for that purpose, or he might make you into a commodity and make you a sex slave and make money off of you for those who may want to pay for it, because you're still going to have that. But for the most part, men are not going to be paying for anything. Okay, and your value is not going to be your box no more, man. Like a lot of women are put on a pedestal because of that attribute that they got, the box. That shit going out the window. Your looks, that shit going out the window. It don't matter how so-called bad you are, how pretty you are, how your body's shaped. None of that is going to mean anything. Okay? Nobody's going to be looking for you like, oh, where's so and so? I want to marry her. I just got to have her. No. There's going to come a time where whatever is considered a commodity or something that's sought after is going to be taken. Okay? And these women are starting to feel it, man, because we're entering into the time of the lamenting for the teats, man. All of these women, people in general, people that has been leaning on Esau's system, say shalom. These people that have been leaning on Esau's system are going to be disappointed, because this system was made to fail. It was made for people to become dependent, so that when Esau pulls away from you, you can be like, oh no, what happened? No, please, I need it. That's what it was set up for. Okay, that's what it was all designed for. And this is why the scriptures tell you, in Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, talking to you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This was never meant to be a place for you to come get comfortable, kick up your feet, and receive benefits, man. This is the place of our captivity and a place of punishment for our wrongdoing. Okay? So for our people to be rebellious and disobedient and just, disregard that message that the Lord gave us, it's going to be on them. their dependency on this place is going to be to their detriment, man. As it tells you, like you lean your hand upon that broken the staff of this broken reed, and the man that leans on it, it will go into his hand and pierce it. Meaning you're going to end up harming yourself by trusting in this system. And that aspect alone, that's only tip of the iceberg. We talking about food stamps. We talking about SNAP benefits that nobody do. Nobody owe you anything. That's just something that's considered a supplement, something in place of another thing. Okay, so those are meant to be supplemental, meaning you're supposed to use it while you have it, but doing things on the back end to progress yourself to move forward. But Jake didn't take that into account, man. Especially these women getting 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Some women getting like $7,000 in SNAP benefits and have been getting it for years. Ain't think about using it to, you know, to profit, make some money off of it. You know, didn't think about, what, since I'm getting this money, the money that I would be, since I'm getting these benefits, the money that I would be spending on this food that I'm buying with these benefits, let me use it to do something else or put it towards something else that's going to appreciate, or something that's going to last, something that I can be able to come back to and use. No, they got comfortable, and then they spend all their money and then be waiting on it the next. I'm talking about these people that be getting thousands of dollars in benefits, man. But you have women now crying out, talking about, hey, if things get more expensive, I'm about to start selling that thing. Okay, and that's only tip of the iceberg, man. How much more when there is no food? Because we still are coming into the time of famine. We talking about food just getting expensive and people getting to, as they say, desperate times calls for desperate measures. You got people just struggling to buy food. What about when there is no food? That's gonna be a whole different demon, man. That's gonna be on these people. I'm gonna get Luke 6:25. It says, "Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep." So all of these Israelites that's been ignoring this message, man, that's been disregarding the warning, you're gonna pay for it, man. You're gonna be hit with reality in the worst way. Okay. Hey, kind. Yeah, they kind of. That's right, Doc. They about to feel the pain, man. Yep. And I concur. I pray that the government do stay shut down, man. So that time of humbling is able to come and be in full effect, man. Because you got things getting tight right now, and people struggling to pay for their bills and pay for their groceries and their gas and this and that. But it's not enough, because people always have that thought in the back of their mind, like, oh, this ain't gonna last forever. This only temporary. I got a way out. I can go do OnlyFans, or I can go sell some box, or I can go be a stripper, or I can go to my nigga Dante that I got in my my contacts. One of 135 men I can call to send me a little bit of money to help me pay my bills. Guess what? All of that shit is gonna be stripped from you, man. It says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease." Take heed, you careless ones. Okay. Yeah, man, and that's the thing, man, and that's one of the points that the elder was making as well, as far as, hey, our value, because Lord willing, we endure in this thing, we're going to be as that fine gold, man. Okay, the scriptures say that the Lord is going to make the men of the Lord, the servants, the prophets, more precious than fine gold, more precious than the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay, so that stock going up, man. As long as we stay close to Yahweh Shem Yahushua and continue to do His will and fear Him, our stock is gonna continue to skyrocket, and it ain't gonna go down. It ain't gonna fluctuate as the physical gold and silver that we see today, man. The gold that we're gonna be is only gonna go up, man. The value is only gonna go up. Okay, and hey, these the times that we in, man. But let me go back to the precept. It says, "Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep." And that's that complacency, man. That's that going down to Egypt for help, man. Trusting in all the different other forms of counsel outside of the Lord, man. You're not going to the Lord for help. You're not trusting in the Lord. A lot of our people are going to make haste in the time of trouble because they don't have faith. They don't know how to move because they not being mindful of the instruction. You're being told what to do in these times. You're being told how to move in these times. But you thought what we saying is bullshit. You think what we saying is invalid, and that you have another way that's gonna work for you. But hey, if you think that's gonna work for you, by all means, go for it. Okay, go for it. Because what we have is the thing it's the way. We have Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Didn't Yahushua say, "I am the way and the truth and the life"? The knowledge that we have is going to be able to guide us in these last days. When it says make not haste in time of trouble, the ones that's going to be stable and secure and calm in the day of adversity, when it's chaos all around, when it's turmoil and confusion and everybody going crazy and killing each other and you know losing all hope, the men of the Lord, as well as the believers, the women that believe and the children that believe, the elect, are the ones that are going to be stable in that day, because the Lord is going to bring comfort and ease the minds and the spirits of those who trust in him. But the rest of these people is fair game, man. So like it says, woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. You've been taking this thing lightly. You've been, you know, um, placing value in things that the Lord don't take delight in. You've been going up, trying to go up some other way, man. So there's gonna come a time of mourning for our people. Jeremiah 7:16. Therefore, pray not thou for this people, neither lift up cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me. All right. So we're not gonna be, when we start seeing these people, you know, crying, these women trying to come, you know, crying with snot bubbles and rivers of tears flowing down their face. The Lord gonna have a spirit of discernment upon us to see, hey, who to deal with and who to send up the road, man. Because that shit ain't gonna mean nothing just because you come, crying and sobbing. Okay. Well, of course you're gonna be, humble in yourself. That's what the time is for. It's a time of humbling. But what was that humility 6 months ago or a year ago or shit a week ago? Because a lot of these women, a lot of people, but especially these women, are not going to be humble until they go through something or be put in a situation that calls for them to be humble. How do you think Isaiah 4:1 is going to come to pass? It's going to come through adversity. It's going to come through trouble. That's the only thing that's going to make a woman want to be humble, is the fact that she's going to acknowledge that she needs help, she needs guidance, she needs a leader, a protector, a provider, someone who knows what to do. Not just talking about knowledge of the worldly knowledge. I'm talking about a man who fears Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, a special man. That's who these women are going to be looking for. All right. It says, neither lift up a cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee. Seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? Yeah, you don't see how they acting, how they talking, all proudly, speaking so stout against the Heavenly Father. Like it says, she that is mine enemy shall be trodden down like the mire of the streets. That said, where's now thy God? Where's your God? In that day, you're gonna acknowledge the truth. You're gonna acknowledge the speakers of the truth. Okay, let's continue. It says, neither make intercession for me. Yeah, like it said, you don't see what they're doing. You don't see how they talking. You don't see how proud they are. You don't see that they're neglecting the Lord and they putting all this trust and all of this faith and all of this energy into other things, when the Lord said he would not give his praise nor his his glory to another, neither his praise to graven images. But you got Jake that will idolize Esau and his technology and his, you know, you got people damn near worshiping AI right now. Hey, but hey, these things must happen, man. Sirach 40 and verse 9. Because, hey, that time of humbling, that which it's gonna be upon everybody, but the the harshness of it, you know, is for the wicked. It's for the disobedient, the naysayers. All right. Sirach 40 and 19. It's like 40 and verse 9. It says death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. So these things are directed towards those who fall in that category. Okay. Shalom, Akim on the board. Yahbashim Shabbat. Okay, all of these things that the Lord is about to bring, these things were created for the wicked. All right. And we don't have nothing to worry about, man. As long as we continue to, hey, dwell in the secret place of the Most High, we don't got nothing to worry about. These people are the ones that should be worried, which they already are worried. Just like back, 5 years ago, when America got shook up, which it was really the whole world, but the place of rest, the place of that has the most complacent people is America. The place where nobody thinks anything is gonna go wrong is America. All right, this place got shook up by a pestilence, and a lot of people everywhere was losing hope. I remember people was rushing to the stores, buying up all the tissue, buying up all the Lysol, buying up, you know, a lot of things. What do you think is gonna happen in these times, man? Hey, it's a cycle. The same things is happening. There's a government shutdown right now. Okay, but it's gonna be a much more drastic effect, if you will, this time around. And hey, people really gonna feel it, man. You got people already, losing their shit just at the discomfort. Just because things ain't as no, it ain't normal. Things are not moving smoothly like they wanted to, and they losing their shit already. But it's levels, man. There's levels. The Lord's gonna continue to turn this up, and man, it don't take much to break a person, especially excuse me, especially a woman, right? As you can see, you got a lot of women, you know, riding the bandwagon. Which a lot of these women, they a lot of these women, they've been wanting to sell box anyway. They just was looking for a reason for it. Okay, and it don't take much to break a woman. It don't take much to humble a woman. But the humbling that's coming, it's not gonna be a light humbling, man. There's gonna be many evil things coming upon this world, man. A lot of death, man. A lot of women are gonna be seized and they're gonna be taken. A lot of women are gonna just straight up perish. A lot of them are gonna be, shot down in the streets, ran over. They're gonna be burned alive. A lot of them is just gonna be straight up just judged, man, because of the pride that they've had. But other women, they're gonna go through some shit. They're gonna see some shit that's gonna traumatize them into humility, into submission. But just because that they're gonna be forced into a position of humility, don't mean that a brother is gonna take them. Okay, some will be, uh, accepted. Others is gonna be like, oh well, you know. Isaiah 3:10. Say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Woe unto him that is wicked, woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. So everybody's gonna fall into their lot. Those who have been, acknowledging the Lord, doing his will, the Lord is going to remember those works. He's going to remember those who remembered him. He's going to consider those who considered him. Okay? But those who've been doing them, right, like it says in in Second Chronicles 15 and verse 2. Hey, the Lord is, if you seek him, the Lord will be found of you. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you. Okay? So, hey, the wicked is going to fall into the lot of the wicked and receive a wicked reward, a wicked man's reward. And the righteous are going to fall into the lot of the righteous and receive a righteous man's reward. Okay? And the women that believe and that follow, and that come to the knowledge of the truth in humility, they're going to be protected through those men. All right, as it says, the man of the Lord shall be in hiding place in the covert from the tempest. Yeah, a woman is going to be saved through a man of the Lord. All right. Verse 12, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which cause thee to err and they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. For so long our women, especially the Southern Kingdom women, have been on top. They've been in positions of leadership, and they've been destroying households. They've been destroying our people, misleading our people, because it was never meant for them to be in that position of leadership. Only through prophecy have they gotten to that position, man. Through the enablement, through the nurturing of Esau, using them as a destructive weapon, man. Just as Esau is being used as a weapon of destruction from the Heavenly Father, Esau is using Eve as a weapon of destruction. I see videos. I just seen a video last night actually. This Enda was in the store cussing out this Elamite at 7-Eleven. Just cussing at him back and forth. They calling each other, hey, F you bitch, this and that. They going at it back and forth. And this woman, overweight Enda, sitting there cussing at this man, with her 13-year-old son next to him. Now, according to scripture, he's a grown man. He's at the beginning of adulthood, but he's still a kid. Okay, according to this society, right? And she's sitting here going back and forth with this man, cussing at him, putting her son in danger, because a lot of people, it don't matter what age you are, depending on what mindset people are in. You putting your son in danger, and yourself as well, but you putting your son in danger and teaching him how to be emotional, how to be impulsive, how to be just undisciplined, cussing at this man. When if this man didn't care, he would have went upside your head and your son. But she's going back and forth with this man, cussing at him, and then she told her son, she said, hit this bitch. This is what she said. And then the son grabbed a pack of cigarettes off the counter and threw it at the Elamite dude. And then the Elamite dude threw something back at him, and then he came from behind the counter and was about to attack the little 13-year-old boy. All because of this woman telling that little boy to do something because she's going at it with him. And that's what happens when you take the man out of the household. When you're led by a woman, the scriptures tell you that a foolish woman, a wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. So women who have became the so-called head of the household, they don't know how to lead because they themselves haven't been led right. If they did, they would have a man in the house, regardless of how they feel. But a lot of these women, they feel like, oh, I don't need no man. I got benefits. I got something to fall back on. I got Section 8. I got child support. I got Social Security benefits. I got this. I got that. I don't need nobody. But that's all being stripped. And now you're going to be left destitute because those who you've abandoned, those who you have disregarded and shitted on, are going. What you think they're going to do back to you? Okay, be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So that same energy that people been putting out is going to return unto them, and it's going to return multiplied. Okay. Psalms 37:25. I have been young and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. So the righteous, those who are doing the will of Yahweh Shemel Shah, they good. Okay, don't got nothing to worry about. The righteous are still going to go through adversity. They're still going to be tried and have to go through the fire. But the Lord is going to be with them through the fire. Okay, with us, Lord willing, man. The Lord is going to be with us through that fire, and we're not going to be consumed by that fire, but purified and perfected by that fire, as gold is. Okay, but the rest are going to be as chaff, are going to be as hay, wood, stubble, and all other flammable things. They're going to get burned up, man, because they're of no value, no quality. Okay, they're non-desirable. The Lord don't need them. Their only purpose is to be destroyed, man. Those who are born in vain, and that's the majority of our people, man. And there's a lot of women in that category. I'm gonna get a couple more and then close out. I'm gonna get Sirach 2:10. Look at the generations of old and see. Did any ever trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? So yeah, man, hey, the whole point of us being put in these positions of adversity, you have judgment and you have chastisement. Okay, a lot of people are going to be put in these situations as a form of judgment, to be consumed, to be punished. But the Lord is also going to chastise those whom he loves, because that's what he do. And those who endure that chastening are going to be built up, are going to be, you know, exalted eventually, you know, through humility, through faith. Salakia. My phone. Salakia. I thought I just heard the blue letter. I think that dude walking down the street was just listening to the or I Salaki. I thought I just heard Strong's G. You know how they when you go into a word on the blue letter. I could have sworn I just heard Strong's G something. But Salaki. But yeah, man. Hey, the Lord is he's not unrighteous to forget our works and labor of love, man. So what we doing, Lord willing, we're gonna not only continue to do it, but we're gonna continue to do more of it. We're gonna continue to serve the Lord, man, to the ends of the earth. And may Yahweh Shem Yahushua strengthen, our spirits to do so. Because ain't shit in this world, man. We're gonna continue to trust in the Lord, man, because the Lord has shown up. He has proven time and time again that all we got to do is trust in Him and wait, be patient. No need to fret yourself. No need to get all bent out of shape and you know, getting all anxious and hey, just pray into the Lord constantly without ceasing and wait. That's what we got to do, man. But we got to keep doing His work as well, man. Let me get this last one. Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh: Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. And that's just, again, as I mentioned when I was reading Isaiah 3, the righteous is gonna fall into the lot of the righteous, and the wicked gonna fall into the lot of the wicked. Okay, and we want to be written in the book of life, man. In the book of, we want to be the ones written about that's going to receive salvation, that's going to have that standard lifted up for us in a time of affliction. Not those who are going to be forsaken because they forsook the Lord, man. And hey, the scriptures even tell you that the land shall be barren of faith. Hey, faithlessness is dropping more and more every day within our people because they don't have that foundation. So when you have no foundation, eventually something is gonna come along and blow you away. You're gonna crumble like a house with that's not firmly rooted into the ground. All right, but hey, we're gonna continue to trust in the Lord, man. All right, yeah, man. Hey, such as to the famine, such as to the sword, man. Hey, but Lord willing, I pray this lesson was edifying, and with that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Salutations, peace, blessings, and safety to the hopeful elect. The water to the Akim on the board. Till next time, Shalom.